Alright, better late than never. Week 8 recap and week 9 look ahead. Not much else to do. We can do parlay review. Not much else to do. Next week will be power rankings and everything, but we'll highlight a few teams going into power rankings. But that's about it. Let's start off with first matchup: Big Balls versus Dog Pound. Big Balls takes this one 157 to 132. Dog Pound, man, great performance. They beat everybody else except for Cambodians and Big Balls, but it's not enough. 1-7, sitting in 12th, last place, all alone. We've mentioned it before. They had to do the first eating challenge, and wouldn't it be funny if they have to do another? Next up, Cambodians versus Tasty Boys Club. Cambodians almost double up the Tasty Boys Club, 151.77. Justin, your teammate has sent his $10. I requested $10 from you. We all know you're rich. Send me the $10 for the parlay this week. You guys were the lowest score. Tasty Boys Club dropped to 2-6. Cambodians improved to 3-5. The Goblins versus Hurley and Chuck's year, our matchup to watch. Man, the matchups to watch this year, they've all been big. Pretty much most of them have not disappointed, and this one did not. The Goblins 106, Hurley and Chuck's year 105. It was looking like the Goblins were donezo, and they really were. And Marcus Mariota throws an interception to end the game and give the Goblins 2 extra points to win this one by 1 point. Hurley and Chuck's year in shambles. This was our matchup to watch because of bye implications, and the Goblins winning this has made it crowded at the top, with 4 teams sitting at 6-2. Bless you. Next up, Big Nick's Energy versus Capone's V-Card. Big Nick's Energy squeaks this one out. Much needed win for them. 114 to 108. Next up, I believe this was our other matchup to watch for bye implications. True Under Big Dog Story versus Elmwood Lawyer. Elmwood Lawyer takes this one 129. True Under Big Dog Story 92. We've talked about True Under Big Dog Story being fraudulent. It might be playing out in real time. Back-to-back losses. Dropped to 5-3. Elmwood Lawyer improves to 6-2. Next up, Swamp Dicks versus Fear the Choge. And the Swamp Dicks take this one by the skin of their teeth. A much-needed win. 105 to 103. Fear the Choge on a little bit of a skid here. Unlucky team to start. The opposite of the True Under Big Dog Story is Fear the Choge. Dropping to 3-5. Not out of it by any means. Still in the 7th spot, I believe. Yes, they are. That's what's crazy here. Is 3-5 is getting into the playoffs right now. If the season were to end today. Now, sitting atop, I'm with the Lawyer, Hurley and Chuck's year, Big Balls and the Goblins, all at 6-2. What's interesting this year is that those teams up at the top all deserve it. The order is almost matches the points for order. The only thing that's shaking that up is Fear the Choge, as they are 3rd most points for. But 1st points for is I'm a Lawyer. 2nd is Hurley and Chuck's year. 3rd is Fear the Choge. 4th is Big Balls. 5th is the Goblins. So clearly, Fear the Choge, the odd man out there, getting the short end of the stick. We'll see if their luck changes. Now, speaking of Fear the Challenge, like I said, we'll touch on a few teams. This is a good team, very good team. I don't expect their bad luck to continue. I think they'll get some wins. See who they play in this week. Caponi's V card. That's a big matchup for both teams. Will be our matchup to watch. Almost for sure. Yeah, I'm scared. Well, there's two matchups to watch. That will definitely be one of them. We'll get to that though. But Fear the Challenge, good looking team. We've talked about the true under big dog story. This team is ass, to be honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This team is ass. I mean, I've never seen a more pathetic group of wide receivers. Yeah, I mean, this team is Bijan Robinson and Jaden Daniels if he can stay healthy, and I mean, like Devontae Adams has been good, but he's not, he's not anything crazy. Especially with, I mean, he had three touchdowns last week with Puka gone. What a crazy stat line. Or not last week, but last time they played. 35 yards, 3 touchdowns. But yeah, I would don't be surprised if this team. I mean, they're 5-3. Don't be surprised if this team misses the playoffs. I know that sounds extreme, but I mean, this team is bad. On the other end of the spectrum, Elmwood Lawyer has taken over the one spot from Hurley and Chucks here, who have been leading all year. And Elmwood Lawyer's team, I mean, this team is loaded. This team is absolutely loaded. There's not a weak spot. Oh, yeah. There's not a weak spot. There's multiple studs, multiple high floor, high ceiling guys. It's a loaded team. But I caution the league to be so fearful and so ready to hand over the trophy, because this was Elmwood Lawyer's team 2 years ago. I don't know how many remember, but absolute juggernaut all year. Somehow fumbles the bye and then gets knocked out round one of the playoffs. So Elmwood Lawyer looking very strong, but we'll see if this year he can capitalize on a very, very strong team. One of the strongest teams we've seen in a long time. Yeah. Let's see. Now, week 9 look ahead. We got Big Nicks versus Big Balls. Big Nicks trying to heat up here. Team is getting healthy. They get Brock Bowers back. They get Nico Collins back most likely. Kamani Vidal. I think that's how you say his name, from the Chargers. Great pickup from the Big Nick's Energy. He should be very strong down the stretch for as long as Marion Hampton's out. Yeah, I mean, it's a good, pretty decent looking team. Not anything to, go crazy over, but strong team. We'll see if they can continue. Alright, so our matchups to watch. Elmwood Lawyer versus the Goblins. 2 6-2 Giants. And would you look at this? The projected totals, 129.5 for Elmwood Lawyer, 129.4 for the Goblins. An absolute collision course. The unstoppable force and the immovable object. So that is one to watch for buy implications. Next one to watch: Fear the Choj versus Capone's V card. Big game for both teams. Big for Fear the Choj because they go 4-5 and their playoff chances probably go up to 60-70%. But if they drop to 3-6, it probably drops below 50%. As for Capone's V card, 4-4. However, they just lost Scattaboo for the season. Xavier Worthy losing some value with Rushy Rice being back. Brian Thomas Jr. has been a complete bust this year. TJ Hawkinson looks like he's ready to retire. This team is looking ugly. And they got a tough schedule ahead. They've got, Fear the Choj, tough opponent. They got Big Balls again. They got Elmwood Lawyer again. Or not again, but they have Elmwood Lawyer. They have the Goblins. They play the 4 toughest teams in the league. Besides Hurley and Chuck's year, I think they already played them. So, big important game for both teams. Playoff implications. Whoever wins that game, I'd be willing to bet will make the playoffs. Whoever loses, it makes it very dicey for both teams. So those are our matchups to watch. Next week we have power rankings. As we start getting later in the season, we'll start doing our playoff predictions and done chains and all that. But yeah, I'll try and do next week. I'll try and do with the with the power rankings. I'll try and do a little bit more of a deep dive on each team to really get an understanding of where the rankings are coming from and what the team's looking like, injuries, all that. So that's that. Good luck to everybody. Oh, the parlay report. Like I said, Snyder absolutely screwed us again with the Illinois pick. I predicted that before it even happened. So, thanks, Snyder. Get your picks in as soon as you can. We'll maybe hit one of these. Who knows? Don't be afraid to take a layup. Even though we've had last couple of weeks, we've had a lot of our layups lose. So maybe take an even bigger layup. I don't know. But send in your picks. Kessler, send the $10. And good luck to everybody this week. And we'll be back next week with power rankings and everything else.